All praises to Hayah, Ashur, Hayah, Bashim, Mishaya, Walk on Ashawak. This is Shabar Israel, and I am continuing on with the prophetic insight that the Most High has shown me concerning Keseel, better known as Orion. Now, Messiah told me that the Most High, Hayah, Ashur, Hayah, would reveal the things that were to come concerning this particular constellation, and he has, as of recently. So, I appeared in an auditorium and I was wearing a white robe, and there was a man on stage with a guitar, and there was a woman there, and she was as if she was interviewing him. And then he began to play music, and the title of that particular piece had something to do with cleansing the earth, solutions to clearing the earth or purifying the earth. And so there came some commotion at the door. There were two large doors there, and people were trying to break in. And so the woman noticed that, and she got up and she began to run. So I said, okay, she's running. Let me go find out why. And so I entered her back door, and there was a man there. He was a homeless man that I know. And he was there, stretched out on the floor with a lot of food. And the only thing he was concerned about was food, because I asked him, where did the woman go? And if he knew where she was, but he was only concerned about food. And so it ended. And after that, I was transferred into another room. It appeared to be like a condo or something like that. And there was a group of people there. There were mainly females and one male, and they were wearing all white. And two of them began to speak to me, the females. They began to speak about heavenly bodies, if you will. I said, oh my goodness. I said, you are the stars from Orion's belt. And they told me yes. And they began to introduce themselves. Like I said, it was a total of about 6 or 7. And they began to conversate in order, with each one of them telling me who they were in their interaction as heavenly bodies or luminaries, if you will. And then when it came around to the very last one, she spoke, and there was a white piano in the room, and she was wearing all white, all of them. And she got up and she spoke, and she held a black record in her hand, and she stated that by the time all the stars get through dimming, everyone will know who you are, even in the third world countries. And I was like, what? And I put my hand inside of my hands, and they were like, oh, look at her. What's wrong? And I was like, oh, I thought you were going to tell me all hell was going to break loose, or chaos and war. And she said, no, it's not. And they began to laugh and smile amongst each other. And then it ended. So I received wisdom, instruction, and understanding concerning this. Now, the very idea of us in the beginning in a closed off room symbolizes those who have closed themselves or shut up the word of the Most High, living of the world. So it was in the days of Noah. They did eat, they did drink, they were playing music, they was given into marriage or marrying. You see that? This is why the man there thought he could sing his way out of the solution that was going on, and chaos was happening on the other side of the door. You see that? Sin. And so the woman saw this, and she began to run for her life. Remember, run for your life, like the angel told Lot and his family. There are some that are going to run, and there are some are going to be oblivious to what's going on. But most of all, choosing to ignore all the signs around them. And these are men. You see that? Your false prophets and teachers, apostles, disciples, bishops, wizards. You see that? So, and the crowd just was at a standstill. They are so focused on these people of the world, the spotlight of them of the world, that they're going to be consumed. And the homeless man, even him on the streets, to the rich and the poor. You see that? I received this mark of the beast. They are functioning in the spirit of the beast, the spirit of slumber, the spirit of deception. You see that? Spirit of deep sleep. So the luminaries of Orion These are angelic forces, and they are mainly female. You see that? They're going to lose their light, and Gad is going to be under the spotlight, if you will, of the Most High, under his luminaries. You see that? His spiritual spotlight. His spiritual spotlight. You see that? This is what happens when the Most High magnifies his servant. You see that? So all these Hebrews out there, hypocrites on the corner, talking about Hebrews being in the spotlight, concerned with the NBA and all that. And the Most High showed me something else concerning that in another particular prophetic vision. And I'm going to talk about that later on in another video. And they are about to be put to dust. You see that? So Gad is about to overcome under the spotlight of Keseel, better known as Orion. Simple as that. Now, am I telling people to run? Because you can't run from judgment no matter where you go. You see that? No, I'm telling people to run to Christ. You see that? While you still have a fraction of a time left. So I'm going to address that issue in another video. You see that? Before people could try to jump the gun. They already tried to jump the gun on Gad overcoming this winter. So bottom line is the spotlight of the Most High. Gad, Genesis 49:19.